Thank you for joining me for practice today. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And in the description is a link to my Patreon account. If you'd like to offer a donation, it's greatly appreciated. Thank you. So let's find a comfortable seated position, move the flesh from the sit bones, and sit tall. And just place the hands on the knees, but palms face down, and join the index and thumb together. And close your eyes. And line the back of the skull up with the back of the sacrum. Feel a lift in the heart, but a relaxation of the tops of the shoulders. Chin in slightly. Back of the neck is long. And then just feel from the back of the neck a long line drawing down towards the sacrum, into the tailbone, and an anchoring to the earth. So just tapping into that grounding and stability. That feeling of being present right here, right now. And then notice that part of that grounding is also a very subtle and very slight engagement of the pelvic floor. So if you're familiar with Mula Bandha, it'd be like practicing about an eighth of Mula Bandha, an eighth of what you're capable of practicing. Just a little lift in the pelvic floor to create an inner stability there, as well as a slight drawing back of the navel center to create a navel or abdominal stability. Now within that structure, we find the breath. So just begin to first feel how the breath pulsates the body. Body remains steady. Breath breathes the body. Each time, on each inhalation, there's an expansion. On each exhalation, there's a returning to that feeling of being anchored. And on each expansion, there still is a feeling of almost as if being tethered to this time and space. Expansion happens as much as possible without ever severing that tie of being tethered to the earth. And this is one of the gifts we get from gravity. Now, as you're deepening the breath, begin to add in your Ujjayi sound. And we'll change the pattern of breath to not just be that pulsation of the body, but to consciously draw the breath in through the nostrils, fill the chest, the ribs, the belly, and even let it touch the pelvic floor. Then on the exhalation, re-engage the pelvic floor a little bit more than you had before. Navel drawing in and back, rib cage coming closer together, chest softening, and breath leaving the nostrils. So a few rounds of breathing in this way. Thoracico-abdominal breathing. And you really begin to get a sense of that filling from the top down on inhalation and emptying from the bottom up on exhalation. And the unique thing about conscious breathing is that an element of our willpower is associated with this choice to breathe deeply, this choice to breathe in this pattern, the choice to utilize the Ujjayi breath. Versus unconscious breathing, the body just breathes for us. And so you may sense that that willpower activates somewhere around the navel center. The choice originates there. And there's many names for this area of the body in different cultures, but it's considered to be the hub of the wheel, the place where we anchor. I always think of ballerinas as really engaging their abdomen and all the limbs extending out from there. We understand that this is a very essential and important part of the body. So we're going to be working with the abdomen, with the navel center today. And in the chakra system, we understand this center to be the center where we take action, just like we were mentioning a moment ago with the breath. And so many relate this to our power center. The choices we make have energy behind them. And depending on what's happened in our life, sometimes that power center can be underactive, sometimes overactive, or imbalanced in one way or another. So our goal today is to strengthen this area of the body, as well as create balance and stability. So let's just take 3 more breaths here. Ujjayi breathing, thoracico-abdominal breath. Mind really seated in the abdomen. And then when you complete your 3rd breath, bring your hands to your heart, bow your head to your hands, and take a moment to set the intention for practice. So we've mentioned working with this abdominal area to build that stability and balance, but also to really strengthen this area. And if there's any place in your life right now related to this quality or energy of power, your power center, your self-esteem, self-worth, anything that's maybe being brought into question, or just even on a physical level, maybe some digestive support that you're seeking. Bring that into your intention now. And then place these intentions here in the heart, where we can surround them with compassion and patience. And we'll begin the practice with a chant of Om 3 times. We do want to vibrate the Ah, O, and sounds. Ah starting at the lower portion of the spine, O in the middle, and in the upper. So deep inhale in, please. And then complete exhale out. So really let that old air go. And another deep inhale in. Lower your chin to your hands and start to rub your hands together as fast and hard as you can. So you're going to get some heat built there between the palms, so we really want to utilize that friction. Go a little faster, get a little more heat. And once they're good and warm, we're going to place them right on the abdomen. I just want to soak that warmth, soak that extra prana into this area. Really see it absorbing, activating. Good, and then you can just gently open your eyes and come back into the room. If your sit bones were propped, you can push your bolster out of the way. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lift and lengthen through your core. Interlace your fingers and push your palms away. Let your shoulder heads draw down into your socket while the spine remains long. Chin stays tucked. Back of the skull is lifting. And now really press from those sit bones through the palms, creating as much space in the side bodies as possible. All the while, keep checking in with the shoulders so that want to creep back up by the ears. So we'll allow those to stay soft. So return to your breathing, chest, ribs, belly, even touching that pelvic floor, and exhale, pelvic floor, belly, ribs, and chest. And again here too, just notice the support, how the abdomen and the pelvic floor automatically engage at least a little bit to maintain this height in the spine. Ujjayi breathing. Good. Head resting on your right arm, lean over to your right side. So just a little lateral stretch here. Make sure you stay anchored through that left hip. As you press down, reach away, open up the rib cage, breathe into it, send the breath there. Come back to center. Head rests on your left arm, float over to your left side. Same thing here. Don't have to go far, just a little bit. Start to feel the rib cage open. Each time we enter into it, it gets a little deeper. Might find on the inhale as the lungs fill with breath, there's a slight lifting out of the pose. Might find on the exhale as you engage the abdomen, there's a slight lowering deeper into the pose. And then come back to center here. We're going to slowly lower the arms as we forward fold. Navel hugs the back body. And then reach the arms as far forward as they'll go. And just let the chest soften on the inside of the shoulders. Draw the tips of your shoulder blades down your back. You can even pull back on the hands a little bit. And really as that back body engages down and back, the front body will pull forward and elongate. Now breathe into your back body, so chest, ribs, belly still, but feel it in the back of the shoulder blades, back of the rib cage, and the kidneys. Two more breaths. Keep releasing the head and neck. Each exhalation, hug the belly button back, so it's almost a feeling of hollowing out the belly. And then on your next inhale, engage your arms in alignment with your ears. Press down into the back body. And now exhale and slowly lower the arms. I want you to think of the sun and all the rays that extend out, all the life-giving light that comes from the sun. Just reaching slowly out through the fingertips here. Take your time, no rush. Feel that beautiful stretch along the arms, all the way till the fingertips touch the floor. And then you can turn the palms down for a moment and just rest. Good. Come into tabletop position. Bring your hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet pressed down. So when we're talking about this navel abdominal center and we want to create some strength there, one of the best techniques we have in yoga is the bandhas for this. So we're going to do a simple, gentle variation of Bandha work here. On your inhalation, lift your heart, lift your sit bones, look up. Excuse me. On your exhalation, push down through your hands, knees, and feet, round the back, take the navel deeply into the back body, and then slowly pull the sit bones back towards child's pose. Repeat that again. Inhale, come forward and up, Chakravarkrasana. Heart extends, sit bones lift, opening up the front line, and then exhale, really engage pelvic floor and navel, in and up, round the back, and slowly pull back, sit bones to heels, child's pose. One more like this. Inhale, heart forward, sit bones lift. So I like to think sometimes of like a hook on my belly button that's going to pull it up and back towards the ceiling, and then I slowly come down, taking my time, sit bones to heels. Okay, if that's comfortable, you can stay there. If you want to work the bandhas a little deeper with retention, we're going to inhale here, heart lift, sit bones lift. On the exhalation, you're going to exhale all the breath out. So you're going to push into hands, knees, and feet, hollow out the belly, lift the pelvic floor. No breath is in the body anymore. Now on the retention, you're going to go back into child's pose. And then when you need to inhale, come forward and up, taking that deep breath in, expanding through the front body. Repeat that again if you want to do the retention. So exhale, empty completely as you push into hands, knees, and feet round the back. Once the body's completely empty of breath, keep the navel pulling in and up. Hold that breath out as you slowly draw back. And when you need to breathe in, you come forward again. Okay, this is a very personal practice. Let's do 3 more like that, please. The more breath you get out, the easier the suction will be. Last one. Empty completely. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. Bring your knees together, feet together, and then just sit tall on your heels for a moment. Hands rest in your lap, and just absorb that. Feel some of that stability coming into the abdomen, some of the core strength, just from the Bandha work alone. Again, very powerful practice. Hands onto the sacrum now. Inhale, stand on your knees. Bring your right arm up and over your head. Exhale, take your hand to the sacrum. Bring your right cheek into the mat, navel to spine as you come down. Repeat that on the other side. Inhale, the left arm reaches up. Stand on your knees. Exhale, take the hand to the sacrum. Now left cheek comes into the mat, navel to spine as you go down. So it's just some work here for the spine. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, push it away, right cheek to the mat, navel to the spine. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, push it away, left cheek into the mat. So again, keep going with your breath. And really feel that antagonistic aspect of the muscles. So as the abdomen engages, the back body lengthens. And then on the inhale, as the back body engages, the front body lengthens. One more on each side. Good. And then once again, you're going to just sit back on your heels, take rest here, and just feel and observe the body. Strengthening front of the core and strengthening the back body. And then come into tabletop position, bring your elbows down into your mat, wrap your hands around the middle part of your arms, interlace your fingers, press your forearms down, or spread your palms wide with your forearms parallel. Tuck your back toes under, lift your sit bones up and back, and come into dolphin variation of down dog. So working the legs a little bit here, bend one knee and press the other heel down, and then bend the other knee and press the other heel down. Just take a few moments to open up those legs. Now sometimes it feels good just to hold the legs static, having the feet hip distance apart. You'd have the toes turned in slightly, heels out, so this encourages an inner rotation of the thighs. And then the tailbone can lift a little higher through that inner rotation because it opens up the sacrum. And again here too, we're going to work with gravity. So we'll let gravity really pull that lower abdomen in and up underneath the rib cage at the bottom of each exhalation, hollowing out the belly. This has some of our effort in it, but it's also utilizing that gravity. Now keep the mind seated in the navel center. Really hold your awareness there throughout the practice today. And if you'd like to bring in a visualization, you can visualize the sun in its full glory, that radiant golden light. Good. Lower your knees to the floor. Sit back on your heels again. Sit tall, hands rest in the lap. Let some of that blood just drain. Now we're going to keep the tops of the feet flat. Point the fingertips towards the hips. Press down into the palms and then lift the heart. So you're going to really stretch into the tops of the shoulders, open up the front of the chest, this area of the body that gets so tight. And again here too, in the mind, you can visualize that golden sun right there in the abdomen, shining brightly, uninhibited, so unafraid to shine its light on all things. The sun is non-judgmental. And as we lean back into the toes, we can lift the knees off the floor and just stretch a little bit into the front of the metatarsals. So give a little bit of a stretch there, feels really good. One more. Good. Roll off those toes, roll back up into a seated position, and we're going to come back down into the mat the way we were a minute ago. So elbows to the mat. Wrap the hands around the middle part of the arms, interlace the fingers, press the forearms down, or hands spread wide parallel. So we're going to move into some dolphin push-ups. You're welcome to just tuck the toes, lift the sit bones up and back, and stay in dolphin if you prefer that static posture, if that's a better choice for you. Or you can wiggle your toes back a few inches for some dolphin push-ups. So on your exhalation, take your chest over your forearms, tailbone under lower belly lifts, and then inhale, lift up and back. Again, exhale. Chest over forearms, tailbone under, lower belly lifts. Inhale, reach up and back, hollowing out that belly. And keep going. Inhaling, exhaling. Move at your pace. Remember, often the slower you go, the more you're working those muscles, so watch momentum. And keep the mind concentrated here in the abdomen. So yes, we might feel some strength in the shoulders, maybe some work there for the spine. But we want to feel, what is the abdomen doing as we're doing this? Can you pull the navel back? Support the spine as it's engaging. Good. Just a couple more. And then knees to floor, sit bones to heels. This time we're going to rest. So hands by the heels, let the upper back just really round, soften everything, melt the shoulders, completely let go. And then hands down, roll back up to sitting on your heels, sit tall. Rest. Take your left hand onto the right side of your head, just near the temple, and tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. Bring your right hand down, extend your wrist, and as if you were pushing your hand into a table, just like as if you were holding your balance. And now feel that stretch from the neck down through the top of the shoulder. Breathe here. And then just release your hand, push your head to neutral, and we'll switch sides. So right hand is going to go onto the left temple, tilt your right ear to your right shoulder, and again, you're extending that wrist as if you were pressing your hand into a table, holding up your balance. And just feel any tension you're carrying there in the head or neck. Just let it drip down through the arm and release from the palm. Two more. And the hand that is on the head, just use that to guide the head back to neutral. This time we're going to come into tabletop position, lift heart, lift sit bones, look up. Exhale, tuck the toes, and find downward facing dog. So we did dolphin. It's very similar to down dog. Feet are still going to be hip distance, toes turned in slightly, heels out. Roll the inner thighs in and back. Allow the sit bones to spread. Tailbone still lifting up. There's that hollowing out of the belly. But in the upper body here, roll your shoulder heads away from your ears. Squeeze the inner arms toward one another. Press down firmly through the web of the index and thumb. So we really want to feel like those hands and feet are our anchoring points. From that anchoring point, lift the tailbone up as high as you can. So really reach through the apex of this triangular position. One more full breath. As you complete your exhalation, come onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees, look at the hands, and step forward to your fingertips. Now a little micro bend in your knee. Let that pressure come off the back of the legs. Fingertips lined up with the toes. You're going to inhale, lift your chest away. If you can straighten your legs, great. If not, keep them bent. And then exhale and melt over the legs. We're going to stay here in forward fold. So you can either leave your hands grounded on the earth for that extra stability, or you can wrap your arms around your legs and hug your chest to your thighs. And really feel the belly touching the legs. So that as you're breathing down into the abdomen, you can feel it pushing into the thighs. Each exhalation is going to take the belly away from the thighs as it hollows out and pulls in and up. Now make sure you're leaning forward just slightly in the balls of the feet. You have a tendency to sink in the heels here. And as you feel more flexibility coming in, you can lift the tailbone and sit bones just a little bit higher. Head and neck stays completely relaxed. Two more breaths. And then release your hands back down if they were wrapped around your legs. See if you can straighten your legs for a moment. Lean forward in the balls of the feet just a little bit more. See if you can feel the tailbone lift just a little higher. And once again, we'll return to monkey pose. This time, hands on the shins. Inhale the chest to halfway. Exhale, melt down. Repeat that again. Inhale, halfway up. Feel the tips of the shoulder blades engage down your back. Exhale, melt. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, melt. Inhale, reach all the way up. Arms lift and lengthen. Open up that front line. So press the front of the thighs forward. And exhale the arms down by your side. And just rest for a moment in Samastiti. Just feel the body acclimating to the standing position. We've finally made our way up here to the front of the mat. And we're going to begin Sun Salutation C in a moment, but I'm going to bring in a chant. I'm not going to expect you to remember that chant, but you're certainly welcome to listen and enjoy the vibration of it. It's really some of the names of the sun. So once again, I'd like you to utilize the mind, seated in the abdomen, and visualize a bright, brilliant sun. So with the front of the mat, big toes touching, space between the heels, we'll do a round without the chant, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, navel to spine, forward fold. We'll start with the right leg going back, lower the knee down, top of the foot. Inhale up for low lunge, opening up that front line, and then exhale, step back to plank position. We're gonna modify here, lower knees, squeeze the elbows, in, chin, chest. Inhale, scoop forward and up, cobra, elbows and shoulders pull back, and exhale, navel up and back for downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward to the fingertips. Lower the left knee down. Inhale up for low lunge. And exhale, step the back foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale the arms out wide as you lift and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach, arms lengthen up and over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg goes back, lower knee, top of the foot. Inhale up for low lunge. Feel that stretch in the front body. Exhale, step back to plank position, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, scoop forward and up for cobra. And exhale, navel up and back to down dog. Left leg goes through, right knee to floor. Inhale up, low lunge, opening that front line. And exhale, step forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up, arms reach. And exhale, hands to heart. With the chant here, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Om Hreem. Right leg back, inhale, names of the sun. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin. Om Hram. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down dog. Om Hrum. Right leg forward, left knee down. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Om Hraum. Inhale. Exhale to the heart. Om Swaha. Inhale. Arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Om Hreem. Left leg back. Inhale. Arms reach. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin. Om Hram. Inhale, forward and up. Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Om Hrum. Left leg forward. Inhale up. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Om Hraum. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale to the heart. Om Swaha. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Om Hreem. Right leg back, inhale. Arms reach. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin. Om Hram. Inhale, forward and up, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Om Hrum. Right leg forward, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Om Hraum. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale to the heart. Om Swaha. Left side, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Om Hreem. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin. Om Hram. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Om Hrum. Left leg through. Inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Om Hraum. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the heart. Om Swaha. Last one. Feel and see the sun in the abdomen. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Om Hreem. Right leg back, inhale. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin. Om Ram. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Om Hroom. Right leg through, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Om Hraum. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to the heart. Om Swaha. One more last time, left side, inhale. Exhale, fold. Om Hreem. Left leg back, inhale. Exhale, plank, knees, chest, chin. Om Hram. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down dog. Om Hroom. Left leg forward, inhale. Last time, forward fold. Om Hraum. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the heart. Om Swaha. Now just rest. Feel all the heat that's being generated, originating from the navel center, the abdomen, the sun, a reminder of our internal heat, power, fire, capabilities. It's the awakening. Now, what we choose to do with that power, what we choose to do with those choices, that's where the real work comes in. But it's not really choice or free will until we get that fire started and until we start utilizing it. Making conscious decisions, consciously shaping the outcome. So slow the breath down, keep visualizing that sun. Any of that extra energy you might feel, just concentrate it in the center. Round, golden sphere of light. Harness that power. One more. Okay, so stepping back to the front of your mat, big toes are touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up, and exhale, forward fold, navel to spine. We're going to step the left leg back, stay high on the ball of the foot, keep the fingers in a finger stand, press your front shin bone away from your back heel, and find high lunge or runner's lunge, fingers in a finger stand. So really use the legs here, push that shin bone away from the heel, and feel that separation between the inner thighs. And then free up the heart a little bit, so you're lightening the load on the hands. Now you can stay in this position if you want the support, or you can feel a little bit more strength if you extend the arms out wide and reach the crown of the head away from the heel. So instead of sinking into your hips or sinking into the joints, you're gonna lift up out of them, creating that buoyancy. So in many ways, that's some of the activation of the Bandha work here, that inner body lift. So any tension you feel wanting to gather in the shoulders, send it out through the fingers. Crown away from the back heel, a couple more breaths. Ujjayi breathing. You're countering gravity here. You're utilizing your strength, your willpower to counter a natural force. And now left hand goes down under the shoulder. You're just going to reach the right arm up in the air. We'll start with a simple twist here. Opening up the navel to the right, leaning back with the chest. Keep the fingers in the top hand together. So again, harnessing all that energy instead of it dissipating. You can even feel the difference if you open the fingers and close them. 2 more breaths here. And then lower that hand to the floor. Step the back foot forward, find standing forward fold, melt over your legs. So just rest for a moment in the symmetry. See if you can let the nervous system settle there. Inhale, the arms reach out wide as you lift and rise up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do the other side. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, navel to spine. So this time we're going to step that right leg back. Stay high on the ball of the back foot and fingers in a finger stand. Front shin bone presses away from the back heel. Really strengthen that back leg, so hug the quad. And then extend the arms if you're feeling stronger today. Want to try and challenge that balance a little bit. So utilizing that core strength, crown reaches away from heel. Any tension you want to gather in the shoulders, send it out through the fingers. Hug the inner thighs toward the midline of the body. Keep lengthening the neck. Chin is in slightly. Inner body lift, so pelvic floor, core, lifting in and up, chin drawing down. And then we're going to take the right hand down under the shoulder, lift the left arm up in the air, and twist the navel to the left. Breathe deeply here. So again, legs are firm. Keep the fingers together in that top hand. Keep leaning back with your chest. At the same time, the navel is rotating to the left. Make sure that left hip isn't popping up, so keep rotating the left hip down. 2 more. And then bring the hand to the floor, step the back foot forward, standing forward fold, and melt over the legs. So really take that time to settle into the symmetry, let the body acclimate. Deep Ujjayi breath. And inhale, the arms reach out wide as you lift and rise up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Just take a moment here. Okay, hands to your hips. So we're going to put weight into the left foot and lift the right knee up. So you're challenging your balance here. Find that stability. You can always go to a wall if you need it for support. And then inhale, lift that knee a little higher. Exhale, push the heel back. Let the heart come forward. Extend out through that heel, lengthen through the waist, and then come forward again. Inhale, try to maintain that balance. Lift that right knee up. And as you exhale, push that heel back. Extend, 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 extend. Lengthen the heart away. Inhale, come back up. Last one, we're going to lift that knee as high as we can. Exhale, push. Heel back, heart forward. Lengthen the crown. Inhale, come back up. Lift the knee. And exhale, lower it. Again, symmetry is your best friend here, so take a minute to feel both feet on the floor. Let's do the other side. And if you're feeling some of that warmth, that's a good sign. We're activating that abdomen. Weight into your right foot this time. Inhale the left knee up. Exhale, push that heel back. Extending. You might find, for me especially, I feel there's a difference between my left and right side, so just notice that. Inhale, come up. Lift that left knee as high as you can. Exhale. Push it back, balancing steadily on the supporting leg. Heart is reaching away from the heel. Inhale up. Grow taller. Exhale, push it away. Crown away from that heel. Inhale up. And exhale, lower, and feel both feet on the floor. Take a moment to rest. So have your blocks handy near the front of your mat. And we're going to just step the left foot back to a slight distance. So just about 2.5, 3 feet. So setting up for pyramid pose. Back toes are angled towards the upper left corner of your mat. You can account for the width of your hips. And then bring your hands onto your sacrum and open up the heart. Inhale here. Exhale, just come down to halfway. Keep the arms out of it for now, so keep them on the sacrum. Crown reaching away from the tailbone. Inhale, come back up. Lift the heart, get a little more space in the front body, and then exhale down, halfway again. Keep the elbows wide, shoulders wide, chest nice and open and flat back. Inhale, push into the feet. Use that gravity. Inhaling, lifting higher. And then last one, we're going to stay. So you're going to lengthen the chest over that front leg. And keep that spine nice and long. So feel like you're sending your heart away from your heel. Now, you have options. We're going to move into the twist. You can either take your left hand down on the floor or on a block on the inside of the foot or to the outside of the foot. Spin your right hand flat on your sacrum. Feel that your hips are squared, and now rotate your navel to the right. And as you squeeze those inner thighs, that's going to give you a little more stability. It's that stability that opens up the chest. So hug the legs towards the midline. If you want to take the right arm up in the air, go ahead. Fingers are together. Gaze traditionally is up at the hand, but if you need the support, look at the horizon. And again, can you send your heart a little further away from your back heel? Drawing that navel in and up on exhalation for support. One more breath here. And this time we're going to exhale and forward fold. So you can put your blocks back on either side of the foot if you need them, or you can just melt right over the leg. And we're just going to soften into the heat that generates. Now, when we soften into the heat, we don't want to sink into the joints. We're still engaging that musculature. We're still feeling that inner body lift. It's just that we're going to allow the muscles, the bigger muscles that we can, to relax. And we're letting the fascia unwind. Particularly in the head and neck, areas where we tend to be really tight. One more here. And then lift your chest halfway again. So feel that flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. Push down, 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 down into the legs. And slowly come up. And then step your back foot forward. Once again, you're going to really enjoy that symmetry. Take a moment to find both feet grounded. Samastiti. Notice how everything just kind of comes right back to center. Mind seated in the heart. Brilliant sun. Feel the strength, the warmth. Okay, so right leg back. Hands on hips. Right toes pointing towards the upper right corner of your mat. So again, it's only about 2.5, 3 feet for a pyramid. And push into the ball of the front foot, the anchor into the heel of the back foot. Bring your hands onto your sacrum again. We're just going to go halfway. So we're keeping the arms out of it because it's much more difficult with the arms. You can always engage them if you'd like. Inhale, lift the heart and chest. Exhale, come down to halfway. And you really start to feel how gravity like sits on the back there. And then using the strength of the legs, push down into the earth. Inhale, lift up. Use the lightness of the inhale to reach a little higher. Exhale, navel hugs in towards the back body automatically. But we can engage that just a little bit more if we'd like through our conscious will. Inhale, come back up. Lift a little higher. Lengthen, lengthen. And then this time we're going to go down and stay. So we really want to feel chin in, back of the neck long, strong back. So think of a straight line from the head, neck, torso to tailbone. And keep squaring the hips. So left comes back, right comes around. Watch the tendency to keep jutting that chin forward. And now here, we're just going to take our hand either on the inside of the foot, underneath the shoulder on the floor or block, or to the outside of the foot on the floor or block. Left hand to the sacrum. Spin that palm flat now. Rotate the navel to the left. Just keep twisting through that spine until you can lean back enough with the shoulders by squeezing the inner thighs together, and then lift that left arm up. And now send your heart forward. So you're so anchored in that back heel, the crown reaches forward in the front of the room. Exhale, navel in, squeeze and rotate. Keep feeling that inner stability. Tap into that. Trust in it. And gently release. Bring your hands down. You can use your blocks if you'd like, or just have your hands on the floor. And now you're going to melt right over that leg. Everything softens. So you're letting go of that tension, but you're keeping the appropriate musculature engaged so that you're not going to sag or sink into your joints. You want to still feel that inner body lift. One more here. And then slowly bring your hands to your hips. Press down, 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 down into your feet. And then step your back foot forward. Find your symmetry. Samastiti here. Just rest. Everything settles. Okay, we're going to take a nice, slow, traditional vinyasa just to wipe that slate clean. So big toes touching, space between the heels, or feet hip distance apart, hands to heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Micro-bend your knees if you need to. Inhale to monkey pose, flat back. And exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank position. Now we haven't done one of these yet, so bring knees to floor, squeeze the elbows tight into your side till your belly touches tops of the feet ground. Inhale, elbows and shoulders pull back for cobra. And exhale, navel up and back for downward facing dog. We'll take our 5 full breaths here. Ujjayi breathing, really having an opportunity here to hollow out the belly, draw the navel in and up. And then at your completion of your 5th breath, bring your knees to the floor, sit bones to heels. We're going to take a little rest in child's pose. So actually hands toward the heels, round the upper back into embryo. Everything melts. Good, hands come forward, tabletop position. Once again, we're going to do some Bandha work, but we're going to do it with downward facing dog instead of tabletop this time in child's pose. So you'll inhale, lift heart, lift sit bones, look up. And we'll just do one without it. Exhale, empty out just like we did before. So you're really engaging the abdomen either way. And then you're going to tuck the back toes under. Keep the abdomen engaged as you pull up and back for downward facing dog. So you can feel that support. And then inhale, come back down, knees to floor. If you're doing it with a retention, you're going to inhale here. Heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, you're going to empty all the body of breath, just like we did before. Get the last little bit of breath out here. You're pushing into the hands, knees, and feet. Now hold the breath out, tuck the back toes under, and use that suction to really pull the navel and pelvic floor deeply in and up here. You're on retention. Hold that suction in as long as you can, and then inhale when you need to breathe. Into tabletop position, heart lift, sit bones lift. Repeat it again. Exhale, empty completely of breath. Hug the navel back, lift the pelvic floor. Hold the breath out. As you pull up, you'll feel the suction deepening from the posture position. And then you're going to lift that hip just a little bit higher to get a little deeper suction. And then as soon as your body says you need to breathe, you come back down, knees to floor. Inhale, take that full breath. Again, this is very personal, so we'll do 3 more. On your own, with your breath. Remember to empty completely. If you need a recovery breath in between, please take one. Last one here. Deep inhale. Exhale completely. Hold the breath out. Inhale now, heart lifts, sit bones lift. Exhale, just sit tall on your heels and take a rest. Hands in the lap, tall spine. Vajrasana. And again, if you're feeling that warmth, it's a good sign. Picture that full sun there in the abdomen. So we're going to stand on our knees, lunge our right foot forward to the fingertips. Right hand onto the thigh, inhale, the left arm reaches up. Exhale, bring the left elbow over and set it on top of your thigh. Fist with the bottom hand, cup with the top, or hands in prayer. Rotating the navel to the right, you're going to inhale here. Exhale, go just a little deeper into the lunge. Now remember, the intention of this posture is the twist, not the lunge. The lunge is just another benefit that we get. So what we really want to work is that navel pulling in and up and rotating to the right. If you're feeling strong today, you're welcome to tuck the back toes under and straighten that back leg and get just a little bit more height through the spine. Sometimes we get that inner body lift or that feeling of the pelvic floor engaged just a little more when that back knee's off the floor. Now keep squeezing and wringing out, working that navel center. Good. 2 more breaths. And then bring the fingertips to the floor. Come back into runner's lunge like we were before. And you've got 2 options here. You can step forward 1, 2, 3 and come into warrior 3 with the hands at the heart, flexing the back foot. Or if you're feeling really strong today, try taking those arms forward and really extending that full line. We talked about how the arms make it that much harder. So just push the fingers away from the back heel. 2 more breaths. And then come all the way up, reach, arms lift up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank position. This time, if you want to leave the knees lifted for chaturanga, go ahead. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale to down dog. So we'll take the left foot forward to the fingertips, lower the right knee down, inhale up for low lunge, left hand goes down to the thigh, inhale the right arm as long as you can, and now set that elbow on top of the leg, fist with the bottom, cup with the top, or hands in prayer. Work that abdominal twist now, so navel hugs in, twisting deeply to the left. Make sure you find the twist first before engaging the legs. But if you're feeling strong today, you want to tuck the back toes under, hug the muscle to the bone. So we don't want to have a bend in that back knee. You want to really lift up and out through that heel. Keep twisting. Breathe deeply. Again, stimulating that fire, activating that sun. You'll be glowing like those fireflies out in the yard by the time you're done. 1 more breath. And then fingertips to the floor. Find that runner's lunge for a moment so you feel stable. And then we've got those 2 options. You're going to come forward 1, 2, 3. Hands to heart. Press the heel back. It's a little easier. Or if you're feeling that strength, extend through the fingers. Reach the fingers away from the heel. Breathe deeply here. 2 more. Activating that upper back. 1 more. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, arms down by your side and hands to your heart. Slow the breath down. Concentrate all that prana, rather than just letting it dissipate, concentrate it in the abdomen. We really want to get the prana settled, so take the time to get the breath easy and comfortable. Okay, we're going to do some Agnisara prep, followed by some Uddiyana work. So you're going to take a deep inhale in. Hands to mid-thigh, you're going to exhale all the breath out. Then you're going to inhale again, and you're going to straighten your arms and straighten your spine and tuck your chin in. And this is the body position that we want to maintain the whole time. So it's easy to jut the chin out, keep it down. Now inhale, full breath in, chest, ribs, belly, pelvic floor. As it gets to the pelvic floor, lift your tailbone. So it's almost like you're in cow pose. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull the exhale up from the feet. So from the arch of the feet, feel it go up through your legs. Now start to lift your pelvic floor deeply. Lift your navel deeply in and up. You're going to round the back. It just feels like that cat pose here. It's going to go up as high as it can. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing the navel in and up. As soon as you feel like you can't do any more, you're going to inhale. So inhale again. Let the heart come forward. Chest, ribs, belly, pelvic floor. Lift the tailbone at the peak of that inhale breath. And now exhale from the feet. Exhale all the way up. As that energy hits the pelvic floor, start to feel the pelvic floor pull in and up, engaging the navel in and up, feeling that hollowing out of the belly, squeezing and purging the body of breath. Again, you're going to inhale. Chest, ribs, belly, pelvic floor, tailbone lifts. Okay, again, this is very personal, so do it at your pace. Exhale from the feet. Pull it up to the pelvic floor. Up through the navel, up through the rib cage. Can't go any further. 3 more here on your own. Inhale. Just slow, mindful control of the breath. Last one. You'll inhale forward and up. And then slowly exhale to standing, arms by your side, completely rest. Now, very internalizing practice. Again, can you feel the glow of the sun situated right in the abdomen? Okay, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it now with Uddiyana. So if you don't want to hold the breath out, you're going to repeat the Agnisara practice. The Uddiyana here is with retention, so you have to be really mindful to listen to the body carefully. We're going to inhale the breath in, chest, ribs, belly. Exhale, same position with the body. Hands to mid-thigh, arms straight, spine straight. Let the chin be down. Exhale all the breath out of the body. And then when you can't breathe out anymore, you're going to straighten the arms, straighten the spine, suck the pelvic floor, navel deeply in and up. Keep drawing the sternal notch to the chin and the chin to the sternal notch. And then exhale, release the chin first, let the breath come in, release the navel, pelvic floor. If you want in between, you can take a break by standing up, or you can stay down. It's up to you. Again, we'll do it again. Inhale, full breath in. Exhale all the breath out.
Hold the breath out. Don't breathe in. Straighten arms, straighten spine. Suck. Pelvic floor. Core deeply in and up. Draw the chin towards the chest. Hold the breath out. Treta Bandha. Release slowly from the top down, and then inhale. Take your breath. Good. We'll do one more together then on your own. Inhale here. Exhale all the breath out, hands to mid-thigh. The more you get the breath out, the easier it is. Now, close the mouth. Straighten arms, straighten spine. Suck everything in and up. You're not breathing in. You're utilizing that emptiness to create that hollowing out sensation. Chin stays down. When you need to, release, come up, and take a breath. 3 more on your own. Again, it's a very personal practice. Rest in between. If you need a recovery breath, take it. So you get that heat. One more. I want to keep the heat in the abdomen, but not bring it into the head. Rest in between. Take a moment. Again, when we don't use these areas of the body that often because of our Western lifestyle, it's very helpful to activate these muscles again and to feel that heat, feel that awakening, remembrance of our inner strength, of our conscious will, and of our inner light. We're going to make our way down to the floor, so come to the front of your mat, big toes touching, space between the heels. We'll take a vinyasa there. Inhale the arms, reach up. Nice, slow, deep, full breath. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway to monkey pose. Flat back. Exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank. Again, lower knees or keep them lifted for chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to sit tall on our heels, just like we did before. Vajrasana, hands into the lap, and rest. Just let everything settle. Good. Hips to one side. Legs out in front of you. We're going to come onto our back. You may want to have a block handy nearby. Hold on to your shin bones and slowly come all the way down. Hugging your knees into your chest. Apanasana if you want to rock a little from side to side just to loosen the spine. That would be great. Okay, so feet flat, knees bent, some dynamic bridge work. Arms down by your side. Make sure the feet are parallel as you press down into them, and slowly on your next inhale, lift the tailbone, roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Come to your peak and exhale, slowly roll down, but let the anchoring of the navel take you down. Hips draw closer to the heels. Repeat that again. Inhale, roll up, one vertebra at a time, lifting off the earth. And exhale and lengthening, navel hugs in as you come down. Good. Again. Full, complete breaths. Watch the tendency for the knees to want to splay out. So keep them hugging the midline. Make sure you relax the glutes completely at the end. One more. Now we're going to change up the breathing here too, so you can just keep going in and out if you don't want to do retention, or you can inhale, roll up through the spine. Now here, you're going to keep the spine lifted, exhale all the breath out. Hold the breath out as you come down. So you're going to feel that there's a natural suction now, less effort, more organic, that slowly pulls in and up as you come down on retention, and then take an inhale, exhale here. Just flat back. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, roll up. Exhale while lifted, so let all the breath leave the body. Just empty. You can feel kind of hollowing out there already. Hold the breath out, don't breathe in, and slowly roll down. You can deepen the suction if you'd like, but it's going to also naturally occur here on that retention. And then when you get to the bottom, inhale, exhale, take a breath. Good, inhale up. Exhale. Hold out, go down. Recovery breath. 2 more. Recovery breath, last one. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, rest. Make your feet wider than your hips. Let your knees fall into one another. If you want, you can even just place your hands on your abdomen. Feel some of that physical warmth absorbing into the navel center. And then 2 options here. You can leave your back flat on the earth and just extend your legs up in the air for Supta Dandasana, or you're welcome to prop those sit bones up by coming back into bridge, sliding a block underneath your sacrum, making sure that that block feels stable, and then take the legs straight up. Either way, we're in this slight inversion. We're lightening the load, the weight of the legs and feet. And we're just going to do some stretches for the legs here. So take your right leg down, let your left leg go over your head. And again, we're tapping into gravity to do the work here. So you can keep reaching out through the balls of the feet, but let gravity open up the legs. Of course, you're welcome to hold on to the leg if you prefer a little bit of a support there, especially if the back is flat. Okay, and then we'll come back to center and switch. So left leg will go down, right leg will go overhead. The nice thing about doing it this way is it's just going to be based on what your body wants to do. There's not a lot of forcing that you can do, but keep extending through the balls of the foot. So strengthening the leg. And let gravity do the rest. And come back to center. Take a moment there. And then the soles of the feet are going to come together. And if you're propped up, you might want to just have your hands on that crease where the hip and the thigh meet, just for a little extra support. Knees widen here. Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're flat on your back, you can wrap your hands around their feet. And then we'll open the legs out wide and take a Supta Upavishta Konasana. So opening up the legs. Again, gravity is going to do the work. You can keep your hands on your hips if you'd like, or bring them back down by your side. If your block is really stable, then you don't need to worry about it, but I have a squishy block, so I need that extra support here. And keep relaxing. Keep letting gravity do the work. So whenever we're doing those balance postures, or we're working with that abdomen, a lot of times we're working the legs pretty hard because they are the support system, our connection down, our anchoring. And then we'll bring the legs back and take one leg down and then the other, and come back into a supported bridge. Take a moment just to feel that support, and then rise onto the balls of your feet. Slide your block out if it was there, and one vertebrae at a time, melt the spine back into the mat. Hug your knees into your chest no matter which position you are in. Again, if you want to rock a little from side to side, that's great. And we did a decent amount of twisting today, so we're going to just go right into Shavasana from here. But if there's anything you need for your spine after that, maybe a few lifts and lowers of the tailbone, please take that, making sure that the back is happy before you go into Shavasana. And if you do have a cooler room, make sure there's some sort of blanket or cloth you can place over yourself. If the room is lighted, take an eye pillow or, again, a nice piece of cloth just over the eyes. As you block out the light, it really triggers the mind to go inward into that place of deep rest and deep peace. And now just settle here on your back. Really feel the support of the earth. We did a lot of physical work today, a lot of utilizing of our will and our strength. So let this be the opposite. Let yourself be held. And surrender the breath. Just let it be organic. If the mind needs something to help it calm down and settle, you can just watch the rise and fall of the belly, like ocean waves that swell and recede. So very slowly begin to deepen your breath. As your breath comes in, just watch the rise and fall of the abdomen. Feeling the glow from that center of the body. And then you can very slowly start to move fingers and toes. Take your time. If you'd like, roll wrists and ankles. Just feeling all that movement. And bring your knees into your chest for a moment and hug them in, feeling the spine still completely supported by the earth. And curl to your right side and rest in fetal. Arm under the head as a pillow. And feeling that neutral spine, place your hand deeply into the earth and slowly come back up into a seated position. If you have a block handy nearby, we'll come into Virasana. So block between the ankles on any height is fine. And heels just slightly to the outsides of the hips, knees together. Or you can sit on a bolster that way too if you'd like. And just sit with a tall spine, hands in the lap, similar to how we were doing throughout practice. We're going to finish up here just with a little chant. Again, this is the name of the sun, one of the names of the sun. And it's very stimulating for this third chakra area, which is what we were working with this whole time. So hopefully through the embodiment of the practice, we've felt some strength as well as balance and stability to this area of the body. And for a moment, I'd like you just to visualize that golden sphere, or you can picture the sun right there in the navel center. And sometimes with a simple meditation like that, it's easy for the mind to wander. So hold that vision as best you can, and if the mind wanders, just bring it back. Think of all the life-giving light. The radiance that allows life to thrive. And then we're going to chant the name Hari, and we want to make it more of an aspirate like that, so it's almost like a Kapalabhati breath where the diaphragm snaps back to the spine as we do it. We're going to chant that 6 times, and on the 7th time, we're going to say Ha. So I'll demonstrate first, then we'll do it together. If you'd like, you can also place a hand on the diaphragm as you do this, just to keep the awareness there. Again, visualizing the sun. So I'll demonstrate this first one. Hari, 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 Ha. Okay, so we'll do that 9 times together. Deep inhale. Hari, 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 Ha. 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 Last one. Hari, 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 Ha. Feel all that prana situated in the navel.
There's a deep calm and equanimity to the center of the body. When we are situated here, we feel stable and balanced, the hub of the wheel. No matter what chaos is around us, we can hold that center, hold our power. So please bring your hands back together in front of your heart. Bow your head to your hands. And just go back to the intention that we set and trust that we received what we could receive from this practice and let the rest go. And we'll finish with the chant of Om one time. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Another deep inhale in. Namaste.